All three things I'm going to show you are all from Zara. One is Zara men's, and then the other two, let me just go down a wee second, and the other two are Zara women's. So this is the first one. This is Zara men's, size small, just like a double zip cardigan in this like nice charcoal colour. I actually saw Cole Buxton uploaded a picture of him wearing something so similar to this for the new collection, Autumn Winter 2026. Really nice and nice material. Yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. I'll go, in fact, I'll just go back a wee bit. So yeah, you can kind of see, that's what it looks like. But yeah, really chuffed. So that's the first thing. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to return both these things and get a size smaller. The only reason I need to get a size smaller is because I ordered them knowing that they were going to be a bit too big, but I like baggy things, but they're actually just too big. So this is a very basic, it's a short sleeve top and a long sleeve top in one. So yeah, I think you can see just the short sleeve and the long sleeve, but just a nice thing for spring. But yeah, I'm really chuffed with it, but I need a smaller size. I prefer the crop of things just to come to my waist. I don't really like t-shirts longer. However, this kind of goes just beyond my waist. So yeah, really nice though. But as I say, I will return this for a smaller size. I also like that it's white on white. I know you can get a lot of, this is not a new concept, but I like that it's white on white rather than a two-tone thing. So that's that. These are Carpenter jeans. I have wanted a pair of Carpenter jeans for a really long time. I initially saw them a few years ago in Aim Leon Door, ALD, and I'll insert a picture. However, I couldn't justify, I think they were like £300, and I just couldn't justify £300 for a pair of jeans. So anyway, I found these ones. These are women's, again, too big, but they sold them as being white, and they arrived, and they're more like a denim colour, but I really like them. But it does say these garments are treated with a process that makes each one slightly different, which is why the picture on Zara looked like it was that they would be white. Anyway, so yeah, really chuffed with them. Really nice. I think, again, really nice for spring. I'll just go back a bit. But yeah, just very chuffed. And then actually in the back, you've got this little detail, which I don't know if I actually like. But you can make them smaller, but they just need to, generally, I need an actual smaller pair. Oh, I didn't realise the zip was down, that looks silly. But anyway, yeah, really nice. I was torn between these ones and another pair, which were, I'll actually insert them. They are men's, and they're navy, and they're more kind of not a jean material, but I ended up going for these just because I thought, you know what, I kind of need lighter trousers going into spring, and I actually think the two of these would go quite nicely together with a belt on show, which is why I want a shorter t-shirt so you can see the belt without having to tuck it in. But yeah, so unfortunately having to make another trip, but there are worse problems in the world. So anyway, that's that. I have a couple of things so far. The first being this book. It's a foreshadow. There we go. How Directors Dress, and this is an A24 book. But yeah, it looks fab, very fun. Oh. And I'm sure actually the last director is Greta Gerwig. But yeah, I've seen this for a really long time, and I've just never got it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to going through this properly. So, oh yeah, that's, yeah. There is Greta Gerwig. So if you've seen Barbie, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. But yeah, so that's that. And then the other thing, so this one is quite basic. Not to be offensive to anyone who has this item, but it's been around for ages. It's the Uniqlo JW Anderson collab, and it's just a white boxy shirt. However, I went to get it embroidered. I wanted to just get Gomez, which I've done before, and I'll insert a clip or just an image of that. But apparently they said that they can no longer do it. They've changed the rules, and for collab items, you can no longer get them embroidered. So I thought my mum could embroider it. So this is the shirt, and I'll show you a picture of me wearing the shirt as I've kind of changed the format. I don't want to go up and stand just against the wall and show you. So it's just this white boxy shirt. And then really small, and it's very subtle. Yeah, you can see the JW Anderson here, and then this. It kind of, I like that it's quite messy. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's quite squinty, and yeah, I like that though. It kind of looks like a letter that I wrote when I was a kid, and it says "Bye Holly" at the very end. And I'll again put in a picture. That was kind of the intention. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. So that's actually all I've got for now. So I'm going to end this video here. So I've just quickly come on to show you my most recent purchase. I will show you like this just now. I've just taken one out because so you can see up close, and I'm wearing the other one just now. But these are basically from Swarovski. But yeah, just not too dissimilar, to be honest, from the ones that I was wearing previously, but they're just a bit sort of more narrow and less chunky. But okay, there we go. So it's just a wee earring like this, but really nice. Yeah. There we go. Really chuffed with it. And then you can see that's it in my ear. Yeah, I really like them though. Really nice. So that is really the only video. I got this black long sleeve top like this, and I always get distracted by that girl. Anyway, black long sleeve top, so random, from Amazon. Like I couldn't find a black long sleeve top, and then I found this. So yeah, that's that. The other thing is this card just came in the post to promote The Moment, the movie with Charlie XCX, directed by Aidan Zamiri. Obviously you can't use it, and then A24. But yeah, so funny. And it came like it was a bank. Let me just show you. Just covering my address. And then it has just this, like this, paperwork, as if it were a bank. But anyway. So I thought I'd actually just contradict myself and show you one of the outfits from some of the things in this video. I look so ill. I've got some sort of virus, so yeah, I look very gaunt. Anyway, I'll show you. And that's the kind of fit. This is a small. But yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. So much so I actually got this top in another one so that I can dye it black, because I included, in fact, I'll come closer. One of the things you saw was the long sleeve black top that I got, but it looks awful. Like, it's so bad. I look back at that video and I think, oh, and I've captioned it looks like a bin bag, and it really does. So yeah, anyway, so I bought another one of these to dye it, and also long, that's the second wood lice I've seen. Sorry, But that's so random. I need to look up why that is. That's the second wood lice I've seen in my room. Anyway, yeah, long sleeve, oh my God, my brain. Long shorts, inspired by Margot Robbie. Look nothing like her. However, I did love her outfit, the long sleeve black top and long shorts. So, yeah. And I'm going to quickly put on the Uniqlo shirt to show you. Okay, and this is the shirt. Kind of spoiled because I've got the mic here, but I had it downstairs in the kitchen, so it's smelling a bit of food because Mum, I think, yeah, she embroidered it here, but I want her to go over it once more. Also, I would definitely wear this with darker jeans. Yeah, I'd wear it with darker jeans. So this is probably not a very good outfit, but you know, you can see the idea. I mean, I could put on another pair of jeans. But I'm feeling a bit lazy. I'm feeling a bit lazy. And the reason being, I definitely have, oh, did I just mention that? Yeah, I definitely have some fever thing. And then I panicked because meningitis is going around. Hello. So I have just quickly jumped on to show you two things. The first thing is this belt, which, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep. It's from Molebo, which is a brand I've never bought from before. I think they're from Denmark, and they're stocked in end. Basically, I wanted a white pony hair belt, and it was proving difficult to get one from the UK. I could order, I think, in Europe, but then have to cover all the shipping and all the import costs. So that being said, sorry, it was just a fly. That being said, I ended up going for this one. So I'm not sure, as I say, if I'll keep it. I just don't know, like I really like it. I just don't know if this cow print is very me. I like the buckle. It's definitely a very Western vibe. But yeah, I do like it. I like that it's quite thin as well. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to keep it. Do you know, it's kind of like, well, if you can't get the right thing, why just get an alternative? And seeing it in the camera like this, it's not very me. I don't know. And then I see the all white one, just the plain one, and I think, oh, that's very me. Anyway, I just like an alternative to the black belt that I always wear for summer. However, yeah, but it's lovely. I mean, it's lovely quality and definitely, yeah. I think I'll just figure out a way to get the one that I actually wanted, rather than just settling for something for the sake of it. So that's that. The other thing is these shorts, which I'm really chuffed about. So I'll show you a clip shortly after of me wearing them. But as I've already mentioned Margot Robbie about 5 times in this video, these are inspired by her. They look like wee boy shorts. But yeah, they're Bermuda shorts. These are from the men's section, but they just come down to above your knee. But yeah, I'm chuffed with them. They look good on without sounding arrogant. They're a nice shape. However, I am going to get the bigger size because albeit they're baggy, I kind of want them to be more baggy. So yeah, those are those two things. The first one is this little mug, which I think is so fun. I mean, it's quite self-explanatory. It's a ceramic, but it's like a crushed cup, which I think is really fun. Yeah, I've got another sculpture which is almost like a cleaning product, but it's a white ceramic, I basically love when the sculpture is in a different form than originally intended. I find it really, really satisfying. And it also feels quite ergonomic because of the way it's, there's little grooves here for your hand. Yeah, quite fun. Nothing groundbreaking, but yeah, if you've watched my videos, you'll know I'm very big on my ceramics. So that's the first thing. The other thing is this hairbrush. These things aren't particularly exciting, but it's this hairbrush. Is it focusing? Yeah. By a brand called La Bonne Brosse. La Bonne Brosse or something. It's a French brand, and Molly has one of these brushes, and I always use hers. So much so, when I was at the hairdresser's, the hairdresser complimented on how good, in what good condition my hair was in. And I said, oh, well, I've not done anything different other than I've started using a new hairbrush. And anyway, she said it will definitely be that because it's so smooth, and I've always had really tuggy hair just because it's so thick. But she said, wow, no, it definitely is. It's definitely helping. So I got this one, which is not actually the same as Molly's because there's 4 variations. I went for the one, you do a hair test. So I did a hair test, there's 6 questions, and it was number 2 that it came out with, whereas I think hers is number 3. Because, and the only difference really is that at the end of her brush, there's little balls on each of the bristles for sensitive scalps, which I don't really have. So I didn't click yes for that question, which is why it suggested this one. Anyway, so that's this brush. Really lovely. A hairbrush. Very expensive. However, it obviously does work. And then the next thing is this cornelian, I'm sure it's called. It's basically a little crystal like this, and it looks like an ice, looks like a Coca-Cola cube. Basically, it's for, what does it say? It symbolises vibrant energy, courage, creativity and motivation. And I saw on my horoscope that this was the recommended crystal for the month. So yeah, I've just got that at my desk. Molly and I were in St Andrews, and there's a crystal shop there, so whenever I'm there I pop in and just see, and they had this, and I really like when the crystals are in squares rather than being circular. So yeah, really fun. I also just think it's quite cute. It's very inoffensive, so I'll just put that on my desk. And then last but not least is a pair of sunglasses. So I was really torn between these ones and another pair, and I'll put the other pair, a picture of the other pair up, and you can let me know what you think. I actually did buy the other ones a few months ago and then ended up returning them. But yeah, so it basically comes in this wee pouch. I can't take this label off because it won't go through here, so I need to try them on with this label. So I'm just going to have to put this wee bit here because it won't come off. And you know, as it says, do not remove. So if I change my mind and I cut it off, then obviously I can't return them. So this is funny. I'm very professional with my videos. I shall see you next month for April Selects.